Good evening, and welcome to the annual Biddeford Campus Awards Ceremony. Tonight, the UNE community acknowledges the hard work and dedication of our students as we recognize their exceptional achievements both inside and outside of the classroom. Students, joining us in this evening's celebration are your classmates, faculty, members of the staff, family, and friends, all of whom are taking the time to honor your accomplishments. And I believe I speak for all of us when I say we deeply appreciate the role they have played in positioning you to succeed. We do not underestimate all that has been done to support and encourage tonight's nominees. While we remain separated by technology due to this pandemic, we also remain united by your experiences and impact here at UNE. As you know, at UNE, we take academic excellence and student leadership very seriously. We understand that your achievements to date are just the beginning, a foundation for an even greater set of accomplishments that you will attain as you go out into the world. And while each year is special, this year feels even more so. The resilience you have shown is remarkable, and it will set your generation apart from all others. Your will to overcome obstacles in pursuit of your goals is truly inspiring. It never ceases to amaze me how transformative 4 years can be in the life of an undergraduate student. Every fall, I see students arrive as teenagers who are just starting to discover the many pathways available to them. And when I see that same group of students 4 years later, getting ready to graduate, they stand before me as maturing adults, squarely focused on where they intend to go in life. It is important that we pause periodically to celebrate their progress along this journey and let them know that their hard work has not escaped our collective notice. And tonight, we will do just that. Students, the awards you will be receiving are a testament to your leadership and commitment to excellence, both on campus and off. Whether you've made your mark in the classroom, in the research lab, in one of our global education programs, as a student athlete, through community service, or in some other way, you have demonstrated your high standards for all to see. You have exemplified a commitment to learning that has impacted others, and you have represented UNE extremely well, and you have made us all proud of you. Before going on, I ask that you take a moment and reflect on those whose support has been there for you all along this way. Perhaps they are there with you right now, and perhaps not. But if they are, and if they're safely in your bubble, give them a hug. Go ahead and give them a hug and demonstrate your appreciation. I can wait. But if they're not there with you right now, then call them. Not now because we don't have time for that, but do call them and say thank you and extend our thanks to them as well. The faculty and professional staff at UNE deserve our appreciation as well. You all work so hard to motivate our students, to mentor them, to encourage them. In the classroom, in the lab, out in the field, you provide our students with a level of expertise and professionalism that goes well beyond the ordinary call of duty. Thank you for caring about them, our students. I know your commitment to them makes a real difference in their lives. Later tonight, we will be presenting one faculty award, the Deborah Summers Memorial Award for Teaching Excellence. But truly, all of our faculty members are exceptional in the work they do. Please join me in thanking them. Finally, I encourage you all to enjoy this time to celebrate your present successes. There surely will be other points in your life, both personal and professional, when you will have the occasion to focus on your accomplishments. And these are the sweetest moments when your work yields notable results and makes a difference in other people's lives. Embrace them and allow others to do the same. Continue to be a lifelong UNE leader. Keep moving forward and you will reach amazing heights. We, UNE, and everyone watching this ceremony have the greatest confidence in you, and we can't wait to see what you will achieve in the years to come. I do hope you enjoy the rest of this evening. And now, it is my most sincere pleasure to introduce my friend and colleague, Interim Provost Karen Pardue.
Thank you, Dean Millen. Good evening, everyone. My name is Karen Pardue, and I'm happy to bring you greetings from the Office of the Provost and the Westbrook College of Health Professions. The College of Health Professions, like the College of Arts and Sciences, offers undergraduate degrees, and we are so excited to be part of tonight's ceremony. This event is a celebration honoring the dedication, hard work, and perseverance of our UNE undergraduate students. Tonight, we will recognize students who have demonstrated excellence in academic achievement in their major and discipline. We will similarly recognize students for exceptional participation in research and scholarship. We will honor student leaders whose engagement and service to our campus community has made a lasting difference. And we will recognize students who have been inducted into national disciplinary honor societies in recognition of their sustained accomplishments. Tonight's ceremony will truly be memorable. To the students, we collectively applaud all that you have achieved during your tenure here at UNE. The last 12 months, I'm sure, were nothing like you envisioned. The fact that this ceremony is being live streamed is yet another tangible reminder of the numerous adjustments that we've all made in response to the pandemic. However undaunted, you have persevered and overcome obstacles and disappointments that you encountered along the way. You've modeled grit and resiliency. You've exhibited a sense of personal resolve and commitment with your work, and we are thrilled to celebrate all you have accomplished. As Dean Millen noted in his remarks, your achievements did not happen in a vacuum. You had support and encouragement along the way. I want to personally recognize and thank your friends and your loved ones who helped make tonight possible. You have the friendship of roommates who have become like a second family to you. You have the love and support of your family, your partners, your parents, your siblings, and friends who likely propped you up on difficult days, maybe ran and got you a meal or sent you a care package, or provided you with a quiet place to study. These people cheered you on, extending you emotional and financial support through it all. Please give these special individuals a hug, send them a text, or reach out to them to let them know what a difference they have made in your life. Your faculty have been another source of unwavering support in your studies at UNE. Whether in the classroom, in the clinical skills laboratory, in the patient simulation center, or on the floor of the hospital or in a clinic, your faculty have challenged you. They've pushed you hard. They've encouraged you to do your very best, and they've supported and inspired you. UNE faculty are masterful teachers, and their approach is consistently focused on you, the student. I commend the faculty's dedication and commitment to undergraduate students and acknowledge their contribution to your success. It is such a privilege for me to be part of tonight's ceremony. Each of you, whether you're a nominee or an award recipient, have abundantly accomplished so much during your tenure. You have much to be proud of. I hope you pause for a moment. Savor the sense of pride and the sense of accomplishment. You have contributed to your program, you've contributed to our university in meaningful and significant ways. I have every confidence that you are going to continue to be leaders who make a difference here at UNE and beyond. Enjoy tonight's program.
Good evening. My name is Bernice Mills, and I am the Assistant Dean for Student and Clinical Affairs in the Westbrook College of Health Professions. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the wide range of national and international honor societies and organizations into which the University of New England students have been inducted. Looking at the listings, you will see that our students are well represented in these organizations, which select only the highest academic performers in their respective disciplines. We are pleased to be affiliated with these societies that honor overall academic achievement, as well as in disciplines including scholar athletes, history, occupational therapy, and psychology. The names of student inductees for all of these organizations are listed, and they are impressive lists indeed. I would like to recognize all the students who are honored members and the hard work and dedication it took to reach these remarkable achievements. Thank you and congratulations to all.
Hello, my name is Amy Hale, and I am the Assistant Vice President of Institutional Advancement here at the University of New England, and I am delighted to be part of this awards ceremony. Part of the work the Institutional Advancement Office does is keeping our 25,000 alumni connected with each other and with UNE. We do this through social media, mailings, emails, and alumni events throughout the country, virtually, and hopefully soon on campus. We also collaborate with alumni volunteers, including the 30 members of the UNE St. Francis College Alumni Council, who represent the classes of 1964 to 2019 to fulfill our mission. Another aspect of our work is to solicit philanthropic support for UNE. Donations from alumni, parents, and friends of UNE, including many faculty and professional staff, go to work immediately on all of our campuses to support you, our students. These funds include the Alumni Council Essay Contest that we are here to celebrate tonight. So the essay contest has several eligibility requirements, but the biggest one is applicants need to submit an essay that is at least 1,200 words, and this year on the following topic. Our nation has not been as divided since the Civil War and its aftermath. We read about, see, and hear verbal hostilities toward people with different beliefs on social media, protests for justice that sometimes turn violent, the rise of extremist groups, families torn apart along political lines, and the list goes on. How can the UNE community foster the kinds of thinking skills and emotional intelligence that equip and encourage graduates to work towards a society that can exist peacefully and respectfully within the tensions of differing beliefs? So the following essays were selected based on presentation, content, focus, creativity, and research. And the council also wants to commend these two winners on their perseverance to take on additional work during an already difficult time. So our two winners are Justin Turira, class of 23, who won $9,000 for his essay entitled Habit, Service, Values, and Closing the Gap on Social Division. And our second place winner, Shannon O'Rourke, class of 23, winning $6,000 for her essay entitled The American Dream, Unity or Division. Congratulations to both Justin and Shannon, and I encourage all first-year students and sophomores to apply for this essay contest next year. Thank you so much, and congratulations to all the students being recognized tonight.
I am very happy to present the Elementary Middle Education Award to Bree Walker. Bree has been working for a year as a full-time teacher at Biddeford Primary School, a commitment that required her to take a full load of classes and teach her first year, all while during a pandemic. Bree's mentor teacher shared she is a natural-born educator who has earned the love and respect of her students and their families. She took on the challenging role of being an academic intern with confidence and has excelled. Bree is dedicated and collaborative, who is thought of highly of by the staff at BPS. I am proud to be her mentor teacher and honored to call her a colleague. In education, the highest compliment we can give a teacher is if we would want that person to be our own children's teacher, and that's exactly what I think of when I think of Bree. She is compassionate and caring, but holds high expectations for her students, a skill that is challenging for even the most experienced teacher. Bree has been an excellent student in her time at UNE, and the professors in the Department of Education can all agree our classes were better when Bree was in them. Her future students are so lucky to have such a talented and committed teacher with Bree. I am so excited to present the Art Education Award to JC Rivers. JC recently finished her degree in December, taking advantage of a unique opportunity to student teach while teaching full-time in Biddeford. JC took on a challenge that required her to student teach her first year all during a pandemic, and she absolutely rocked it. Her mentor teacher, Mrs. Gildersleeve, reports JC is exceptional at building relationships with students, and one of her greatest accomplishments was creating a unique unit where she integrated social-emotional learning with art. JC is not only an effective teacher, but also a talented artist. Stephen Burt from the art department reports her thesis work was a thought-provoking exploration of the symbolic and spiritual qualities of nature as experienced while hunting. Her honest and respectful representation of a familial tradition was powerful and beautiful. As JC pursues her career, students will find themselves lucky to have a teacher who is compassionate, extremely hardworking, and willing to explore matters of the heart, place where art thrives.
It is my privilege to present the award for the 2021 Outstanding Senior in the Business Administration Program to William Sharon. Will is scheduled to graduate summa cum laude in a few short weeks with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration, a concentration in management, and a minor in sociology. Will is a dedicated, hardworking student committed to continuous improvement in all aspects of his life. His passion for human resources led him to pursue a minor in sociology to build an understanding of human social relationships. He applied his knowledge and skills in 4 different internships, one of which as the sole HR representative for a manufacturing site during the COVID-19 outbreak last spring. Will's drive, determination, perseverance, and grace during this very difficult time is a testament to his strength of character. He then went on to another internship at CVS Health, again at the height of the pandemic. He will be returning to CVS Health in a full-time human resource capacity following graduation. Will is also the captain of the soccer team and was the recipient of the 2020 Cass Dean's Leadership Award. His accomplishments academically, athletically, and experientially reflect the application of the UNE vision and mission at the highest level. Please join my colleagues and I from the business department in congratulating Will as he receives this well-deserved award. Congratulations, Will.
Good evening. I'm so excited to be here. I have known this student since they were a freshman. I remember them walking into my intro to sport and recreation class. And I knew that they were a football player or playing on the team because of all the various casts and broken arms, broken legs that I kept seeing that semester. But the growth that I have seen over the past 4 years in this student has been an amazing transformation. This student has become such a high performer, such a joy to have in the class. He is truly motivated and driven to be his absolute best. And I know that he is going to do great things in whatever he does going forward. So with that being said, I'm really, really excited to present the Outstanding Student for Sport and Recreation Management Award to Paul Guglietta. Congrats, Paul. You deserve it. Thanks so much.
On behalf of the Departments of Business Administration and Environmental Studies, I'd like to acknowledge Jack Berry as our selection for Outstanding Senior in the major of Sustainability and Business. I met Jack when he arrived at UNE, and I've been his advisor ever since. Throughout his time here, his work ethic, motivation, and desire to learn remain strong. In addition to his exceptional performance in the classroom, Jack took advantage of the experiential and collaborative learning emphases of the Sustainability and Business major. He had a successful experience studying abroad at Queen Mary University of London. Jack was also a leader in the early days of the Makerspace, where he collaborated on a team to conceptualize and design a fanny pack cooler for medical supplies and recreational use. He also worked on a team that analyzed how to coordinate transportation services into streamlined online navigation processes. To make himself more marketable, Jack took the initiative and earned an OSHA General Industry Certification and a Supply Chain Analyst Certification. On behalf of the Department of Business and Environmental Studies, I congratulate Jack on a job well done and wish him the very best as he moves forward in his professional pursuits. Good job, Jack.
I am pleased to name Michaela Sargent this year's Outstanding Student in Interdisciplinary Studies in the Humanities. A look at Michaela's digital e-portfolio, which collects a range of her professional and academic writings, will reveal a photo of Michaela in full lab regalia, white coat, test tube, and notebook at hand. But a look at the tagline reads, "A HUMed student connecting the sciences and humanities." As a HUMed student, Michaela will remain within the UNE community, leaving the College of Arts and Sciences now to join the College of Osteopathic Medicine this summer. So congratulations are in order there. However, in making this award, I want to emphasize that just as she builds bridges between science and humanities, she has also, through her ISH major, explored how different humanities disciplines think and worked across disciplinary boundaries within them. In the spirit of ISH, then, I want to share some comments that our history and English faculty have made about Michaela's work in their courses. Professor Beth DeWolf described Michaela's project for her history course, Morning in American History. As a future physician, Michaela appreciated that how we deal with the dead has an integral connection to how we deal with the ill and the dying while they are alive. In a project called Remembering John and Jane Doe, she looked at unclaimed bodies in the 21st century, noting socioeconomic class differences across the US as a key determinant in how those remains are laid to rest. Throughout the paper, which drew on excellent sources, Michaela exhibited a sensitivity and keen awareness that these were not simply bodies, but were humans with lives, stories, and names, even if in death those were unknown. Her empathy for this aspect of the human condition was clear. And Professor Jennifer Tuttle praised Michaela's work in her English course, Writing and Women's Health, specifically her writing about how social context shapes medical encounters. Using the contingent categories of gender, race, and class, she writes, Michaela analyzed texts exploring a range of issues, including the medicalization of childbirth, intimate partner violence, and structural racism in healthcare. In all of her work for the course, Michaela attended thoughtfully to the social context and the cultural nuances that shape experiences of health and illness, as well as inform patients' relationships with health professionals. Speaking for my humanities colleagues, I extend my congratulations, my thanks for your excellent contributions in our courses, and my best wishes.
Good evening, UNE. I'm Joe Hobrocken, Associate Professor in the College of Arts and Sciences, and it's my honor tonight to name the outstanding graduate in the Communications program. That student is Jack Alsop. Jack has had many successes at the university. When he was a student in our study abroad program in Morocco, he wrote extensively for the periodical The Moorish Tides. Back at UNE in Biddeford, he served as the editor for the school's newspaper, The Bolt. Jack is also the recipient of the Maine Press Association's scholarship for 2021, and he is currently serving as an intern at the Portland Press Herald. Well done, Jack.
It is my very great pleasure to present Maddie Mark with the Outstanding Student of History Award. Maddie excels in history, inside and beyond the classroom, learning history by doing. From freshman year, she has held an internship with the New England Osteopathic Heritage Collection and built on that with an internship with the Maine Women Writers Collection. She was a key leader in the creation of the exhibit No One Fights Alone, World War II in the Pacific, built on letters from UNE's War Letters collection. She served as my teaching and research assistant for the Research Methods course on mourning traditions. Along the way, she earned a minor in education, membership at Phi Alpha Theta, and performed with and is the president of the UNE Players. And we could not be more proud of her next chapter. Maddie will pursue graduate work at Simmons University, earning dual master's degrees in history and in library and information science. On behalf of the history faculty, congratulations, Maddie.
Hello, I'm David Livingston Smith, and it gives me great pleasure to be here to give the Outstanding Philosophy Student Award to Kayla Looper. I'm not going to specify what Kayla's grade point average is, and I'm not going to itemize her extracurricular activities. In fact, I don't know what her grade point average is, and I don't care. And I don't care because philosophy, philosophical education, real philosophical education, is not a matter of accumulating numbers or jumping through hoops. It's a matter of the cultivation of the intellect through the development of intellectual virtues such as courage, curiosity, imagination, and the deep concern for truth. These are all virtues that Kayla possesses in abundance. When my colleagues and I were deliberating about who to give this award to, we unanimously settled on Kayla. Andrew Rotundo wrote to me, I just reread Kayla's final paper for my ethics course in anticipation of giving her this award, and was reminded of what a great, penetrating, and serious thinker she is. Her ability to identify problems with various theories or ideas is remarkable. She strikes me as fearless in her thoughts and willing to follow arguments where they lead, even if it's to unconventional places, which is the mark of a truly philosophical mind. Likewise, John Waterman wrote to me, the most striking impression that Kayla made on me was her creativity and her ability to bring ideas and concepts from other disciplines to illuminate, extend, and even to challenge the conclusions of our class discussions. Those are the most exciting discussions as a teacher, the kind where you not only see a student opening up the minds of her peers, but where you yourself learned something new. It was not uncommon with Kayla, and it made for an exciting class. More than that, I ran into Kayla while Christmas shopping last December and learned that her plan after graduation is to travel and see the world while working on organic farms through the WWOOF program. It is just one more expression of the thirst for knowledge, the willingness to work for it, and the openness to new experiences that makes her such a great philosophical thinker. Kayla, it was truly a joy to have you in class. You were a rare student and a rare human being. You will be missed.
It is my pleasure to present the Award for Outstanding Student in English to Delaney Collins. My literature and writing colleagues concur that in the classroom, Delaney stands out as simply brilliant. She has that kind of knock your socks off intellectual ability and affinity for literary studies that is rarely seen in the undergraduate classroom. Delaney's transcript confirms that she's consistently exceptional in her literature, science, really all of her coursework. Anecdotally, I can add further that she is equally adept at successfully navigating creative and analytical challenges outside the classroom, whether in her peer tutoring at UNE as a writing fellow, or in the greater community, serving the needs of developmentally disabled children. I'm so proud to have worked as her English advisor and sometime classroom teacher, and to have learned from her, most memorably perhaps from the moments when she pushes back as a strong and articulate self-advocate. For Delaney is extraordinary not just in ideal circumstances, but more importantly, in overcoming challenges when the going gets tough, as became particularly clear to everyone in this past unprecedented year. I ask you to join me in congratulating her for her many achievements, most recently her acceptance to the graduate program in nursing at Columbia University. Now, more than ever, the nursing profession needs passionate, articulate, and whip-smart advocates like you, Delaney. And I speak for all of my colleagues in English in thanking you for allowing us to be part of your intellectual journey. We wish you all the very best and ask you please to keep in touch. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Professor Jesse Miller, and I'm really excited to introduce Kaylee Townsend for the award for Outstanding Student in the English Program. Kaylee is a triple threat. She's an English major, a med bio major, and a writing minor. Kaylee also founded the fishing club, this great punny name, Hooked on UNE, which I just love. As my colleagues and I were thinking about Kaylee and this award, I think overwhelmingly we just kept coming to what a high achiever Kaylee is, what great energy, what great presence she brings to our classrooms. Professor Jennifer Tuttle said, Kaylee is unfailingly enthusiastic about her work in English, and I just couldn't agree more, and I think we all agree with that. As I think about my time working with Kaylee a few years back, Kaylee brought such great energy, such a warmth and thoughtfulness, and really an inquisitive spirit to the class that I know made that class better than what I envisioned it could be. I think that this will sound a little strange, but for the teachers listening, this will make sense. I think, Kaylee sort of helped teach me how to teach that class. And so I'm really, really grateful for that, Kaylee. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the work that you've done over the years at UNE, and congratulations on all your accomplishments. Take care.
Hi, I'm representing the arts faculty to proudly present this year's Outstanding Student in the Arts to Maggie Miller. Maggie transferred here to focus on global studies, switched majors, and is now a graduating senior with an art and design media major with minors in English and education. Her senior art project mentor, Stephen Burt, described her artistic success with these words: Maggie responded to the Black Lives Matter protests last summer by creating artwork that represents the extensive cultural and intellectual contributions of Black women pioneers. This focus required Maggie to build a new set of skills in portraiture, and her tenacity and hard work is now exhibited as part of her senior art thesis in the Biddeford Campus Center. All of the arts faculty applaud her socially conscious artwork during a difficult time in our country. In her artwork, she shares the importance of caring and expressing one's voice, and in her artist statement, she speaks a truth. She wrote, "We cannot imagine the summer of 2020 Black Lives Matter protests are over, and we cannot stop talking about it. We cannot stand alone. We must stand together." Maggie is using her art skills to speak out and has done so with a power and commitment to truth. All of us are proud of her accomplishments and wish her a life of creativity and speaking out. Congratulations, Maggie.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. I am honored to be able to present the award for Outstanding Student in Aquaculture and Aquarium Science to Andrew Kowalski. Andrew has grown so much in the 4 years that I have known him. He's always sought out new ideas and learning experiences, which have always put him in the position of new learner over and over again. But he doesn't shy away from that, and as a result, he has learned so much and become a real leader in the AQS program. He has, in particular, been a lab leader in the clownfish lab for 3 years, where he was initially saddled with the thankless task of scheduling the work shifts. Always a fun thing to do, popular with everybody else as well. He has worked in multiple labs, including the phytoplankton lab, the zebrafish lab, and of course, the clownfish lab. He's also traveled while here at UNE with destinations such as the Galapagos and Belize, and each time has completely embraced the educational opportunities that those trips involved. We have had the opportunity to talk, Andrew and I, on many occasions, and I know that Andrew will continue to be the seeker of knowledge, and he will be successful at finding his rightfully earned place in the world of aquaculture and aquarium science. I am very proud of him. Congratulations, Andrew.
It is my great honor to announce Aubrey Jane as the winner of the award for Outstanding Student in Marine Biology. Aubrey not only excels in all her classes, but has also shown exceptional research accomplishments. Aubrey was involved in 2 major research projects, one on parasites in mussels in Dr. Carrie Barron's ecology lab, and one on cellular molecular stress physiology in my crab physiology lab. Her research made her already a co-author on a peer-reviewed article in the Journal of Shellfish Research, and she's presented her work at multiple regional conferences, as well as 2 national conferences, one in Austin, Texas, and one in New Orleans. Despite all this research work, Aubrey has managed to graduate a semester early and is now working as a master's student on a project on lobster physiology funded by a grant from the National Science Foundation. Congratulations, Aubrey.
Hello to all of you. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Steve Zeman. I'm a professor of oceanography in the School of Marine and Environmental Programs. We are here to celebrate Krista Keeley, this year's recipient of the Oceanography Award from the school. I have known Krista since she came to UNE. She was a student in my classes, an advisee, and also worked in my lab on a variety of projects from robotics to parasitic algae. Her academic performance is outstanding, and I especially commend her for excellent work in a directed study on plankton. She's an accomplished marine scientist, but she's also an excellent artist. These skills have garnered her positions drawing dogfish specimens for a dissection guide at John Carroll University and creating illustrations for the Northwest Fisheries Science Center in Seattle. While doing a research experience for undergraduates at Stone Environmental Labs, Krista studied harmful algal blooms on the Maumee River. This latter project is a passion of hers. As a result, Krista has been accepted to a PhD program at Texas A&M University with Dr. Wchp to work on harmful algal blooms and nutrient cycling. Congratulations on the award, Krista.
Hi, everyone. On behalf of the School of Marine and Environmental Programs, it is my pleasure to present the award for Outstanding Student in Marine Affairs to Ms. Tori Tibbetts. I've worked closely with Tori during her time at UNE, and she is outstanding in many respects. Academically, she not only completed one degree, she double majored in marine affairs and environmental studies, which is no small feat. Additionally, she took advantage of an opportunity to spend a semester abroad at James Cook University in Australia. She's also been a member of the club softball team at UNE, in addition to working outside of school. Tori has fully embraced the applied interdisciplinary nature of the marine affairs curriculum. She's an outstanding student in class. She's engaged in the classroom. She's an excellent colleague with her peers and with faculty and staff. And I know she's going to be very successful in her future endeavors. So congratulations, Tori. Wishing you all the best.
Nathan Orff is a scholar in the truest sense of the word. Absolutely everything interests Nathan. One of the most curious people I've ever encountered, he asks questions about everything, volunteers unexpectedly relevant stories from his time on the water, and constantly seeks out a greater understanding of whatever he is doing. As the academic director of the School of Marine and Environmental Programs, I was constantly reminded of Nathan's achievements. He won first place in the 2019 Innovation Challenge, in which he designed a shellfish upweller using only renewable energy. He served as a steering committee member of the Casco Bay Regional Shellfish Working Group and is currently the chairman of the Scarborough Shellfish Conservation Commission. And he did all this while operating as a commercial lobsterman and clam digger, in which he was the owner-operator of a 37-foot boat with 600 lobster traps. And oh, by the way, he was also a full-time student at the University of New England. So when other students were staying up late to study for an exam, Nathan was getting up early to lay out traps. There are few more intensely tiring jobs than that of a lobsterman. I was always impressed that Nathan was able to both be a full-time student and a commercial lobsterman. Looking at his accomplishments, you would not guess that he was a 22-year-old college senior, but instead a seasoned lobsterman that had been on the water for 20 years. Nathan was and is already doing what most of our students are still learning about. So for these reasons, I am very proud to award the Outstanding Student Award for Marine Entrepreneurship to Nathan Orff.
I'm Professor Thomas Clack from the Environmental Studies program and the School of Marine and Environmental Programs. And I'm here to announce the winner of the graduating senior outstanding major in environmental science, and that goes to Tyler Riendo. And that was by unanimous consent amongst the professors in environmental studies. I know Tyler well. We've worked together for years now. I'm happy to say I've had him in class and in lab, in research interactions in the greenhouse. And he's been a strong student in all ways. He's a very diligent student. He's very persistent in his studies across his courses, no matter what the topic is. Very strong GPA. He's very engaged in our program, both amongst other students as well as with faculty. And he's our first environmental studies 4+1 student. So fortunately, we have him here with us at UNE for another year next year as he works to complete his MS degree in environmental science. So he's been a great ambassador for the environmental program. He's very willing to talk with students coming to class, talk about the 4+1 program. And he's been great as my research partner in the American Chestnut Restoration Project. So very pleased to congratulate Tyler on his award of the Outstanding Graduating Senior in Environmental Studies. Congratulations, Tyler.
It's truly an honor to be able to present this year's Environmental Studies Outstanding Student Award to Hope Dubois. When faculty came together to choose who should receive the award, there was no discussion. We all immediately thought of Hope. Hope is one of the most enthusiastic, hardworking, and positive students I've ever had in class, writes her Professor Pay Morgan. No matter what the topic, she always brought a passion for learning and an open mind. Her work was always of excellent quality. She is a person of true integrity. We all agree. It's rare that sophomores are accepted into the study abroad course that I teach in Kenya. Hope was an exception and proved herself over and over again, whether in her teaching Kenyan high school students about Maine's environmental challenges, avidly learning as much Kiswahili as she could, or asking good questions everywhere we went. It's this innate, passionate curiosity and desire to learn that most impresses me about Hope, her willingness to put herself outside of her comfort zone, to embrace learning from the many cultures and peoples around the world, to never stop asking difficult questions and then to seek out the answers to them. Melding environmental studies and global studies majors, she epitomizes the kind of liberal arts graduate that the world needs now more than ever. Ecologically concerned, globally aware, and passionate about making the world a better place. Congratulations, Hope. We can't wait to learn where your journey takes you next.
I'm pleased to announce that this year's Outstanding Student in Chemistry is Sydney Christensen. Sydney's graduating this year as a double major in chemistry and marine sciences, specifically marine biology. These are programs that combine both of her academic interests. They are two demanding majors that are definitely challenging on their own and quite challenging together. But Sydney has risen to this challenge and has shown herself to be a bright, dedicated, and skilled student who's an asset to have in every class she's in. In addition to mastering her coursework and all the time that entails, she's also managed to find the time to be a student athlete and has been a longstanding member of UNE's varsity volleyball team. Sydney, your chemistry faculty and the school as a whole are very proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Kayla Sarri, our outstanding student in biochemistry. Since her first day on campus, Kayla has made a difference as a biochemistry major and applied math minor. In her courses, Kayla is an analytical thinker. She's an inclusive team leader and someone who is resilient and able to solve problems. Kayla is also able to integrate knowledge across courses and disciplines. In her research focusing on the chemistry of alkyl compounds, Kayla was funded by the SURE program. Kayla's research will be presented this month at the American Chemical Society National Meeting virtually. Kayla's academic excellence also extends to her service and leadership roles on campus. Kayla is presently president of the Chemistry Club. She serves on the Dean's Student Leadership Advisory Council. She has been a teaching assistant for University Organic and Biochemistry, and she has been a tireless advocate for green chemistry and sustainable principles for all that we do in our school and in our college. Overall, Kayla is an asset to our community, a student scholar, and we've been lucky to know her. Kayla, you're very deserving of this award, and we congratulate you. We also wish you all the best as you pursue your PhD in chemistry next year at Brandeis University. Best of luck to you, and congratulations.
Hello, my name is Steve Travis, and I'm the Academic Director of the School of Biological Sciences at the University of New England. I'm here to announce Megan Chamberlain as the recipient of the Outstanding Graduating Senior Award in Biological Sciences. Megan is indeed an outstanding student, consistently performing at a very high level academically, which holds true in both her biological sciences major and in her health, medicine, and society minor. I've heard from many faculty about what a hardworking and inquisitive student Megan is, and about her strong critical thinking skills. Beyond her performance in the classroom, Megan has also provided commendable service to the university as both a tutor and peer academic counselor in the Student Academic Success Center, and as co-president of the tennis club. Megan has worked in optometry dating all the way back to high school and will continue to pursue her goal of becoming an optometrist at the Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences next fall. Congratulations, Megan, on being selected as our outstanding graduating senior in biological sciences. Hello, my name is Steve Travis, and I'm the academic director of the School of Biological Sciences at the University of New England. I'm here to announce Gina Kubesh as the recipient of the Outstanding Graduating Senior Award in Medical Biology, Medical Sciences. In addition to being a phenomenal student academically, Gina is also actively involved in many extracurricular activities, including the Student Philanthropy Association, Institutional Advancement, and Partners for World Health. Her mentors report that Gina shows great dedication and determination in her work, while at the same time showing wonderful kindness and serving as a role model for her peers. As a result, Gina has been placed in a number of positions of leadership during her time at UNE, such as Communications Chair of the Student Philanthropy Association. Gina has always wanted to become an optometrist and work with patients, and towards that end has worked for over 500 hours as a technician at Mountain View Eye Care in Rumford, Maine. She's also shadowed an optometrist for more than 90 hours. Gina was accepted to several optometry schools and has decided to attend Nova Southeastern University next fall. Congratulations, Gina, on being selected as one of our outstanding graduating seniors in medical biology.
It is my honor to present the award for Outstanding Graduate Senior in Medical Biology in the Pre-Physician Assistant track. According to Merriam-Webster, the word outstanding is defined as marked by eminence and distinction. Students chosen this year as eminent and distinct based on their critical thinking, communication, and problem-solving skills, and more importantly, a commitment to lifelong learning. The student has demonstrated academic excellence in the major while also completing a neuroscience minor. They continue to successfully integrate humanities and social sciences perspectives into their career preparation. The student has received numerous academic awards, including but not limited to the Sophomore Scholar and Presidential Scholarship. It is the hope that our students are not just eminent and distinct in terms of academic achievement, but also in their willingness to engage with their community. The recipient displays a strong commitment to improving their community through active and continuous participation in undergraduate student government. While she will continue her training as a PA at UNE, she is also interested in focusing her attention on healthcare disparities. And I believe strongly that Kelsey Moulton will be successful and make valuable and lasting contributions to the community she serves. Congratulations, Kelsey.
Hello, I represent the faculty in Sociology, Anthropology, and Archaeology. And this year, our Outstanding Student of the Year goes to Mackenzie Dwyer. Mackenzie is a special student. She's a double major in Applied Social and Cultural Studies with a concentration in Crime, Law, and Society. She's also a political science major. If that's not enough, she's also a minor in anthropology. She's smart, attentive, and always engaged. She interacts well with her peers and her faculty. But what sets her apart for me is the fact that she manages to truly connect all of her education. This semester, she's not only writing a senior thesis in political science entitled Actions Speak Louder Than Words, How Policies Can Reinstill Trust, and she's also doing a 360-hour internship with the Maine Medical Association. Here, she is reviewing and tracking policy issues for the MMA. This includes testifying in front of committees and writing testimonials. The work has been exceptional. She's combined them very well, and she's headed to law school. And I look forward to the day not only she's out of law school, but I see her sitting on the committee as one of the committee chairs. Mackenzie, congratulations. You've done a great job and you're a wonderful student. Best of luck.
Okay, I'm presenting the Political Science Award to Mackenzie Dwyer. And I know you've already heard a little bit about her because she's a double major. And it's no surprise, she was also the outstanding student in her other major. So I thought instead of, looking back on Mackenzie's terrific college career, might be interesting to look forward. So what Mackenzie is planning to do after college is hike the Appalachian Trail from Georgia all the way back up to Maine. And when you hike that trail, you're supposed to have a trail name. You're not supposed to go by your real name, but you're supposed to have a special trail name. So I thought I would suggest some trail names for Mackenzie. So here's a few ideas. 710 Split or Split, because the 710 Split is kind of like the hardest thing to pull off in bowling. And Mackenzie's thesis is kind of a ambitious thesis, and it's really of the moment. And she really pulls off a difficult argument, and she engages Bob Putnam's work, including his book Bowling Alone. So I thought 710 Split. Maybe Turk, because Mackenzie likes Jean-Jacques Rousseau and she uses his work. And he was a big walker and he liked to wear his Turkish cap when he walked, and he named his dog Turk. I actually think maybe Mackenzie could wear a Turkish cap on cold days out there on the trail. This is Sven, because she's sort of a Svengali in the sense of the ideas that she started developing back in September. It's almost as if she's been whispering them into the ear of Joe Biden. The experts that he's hired have come up with a similar plan, and Mackenzie really put her finger, I think, on something important in American politics. Or maybe Rove, since he was George Bush's Svengali, and Rove, goes with hiking. Thought that could be good. And finally, like Dimes, because a dime is an assist, and Mackenzie was just an incredible team player in the Poli-Sci Senior Seminar. Just great ideas about other students' projects, bringing in articles they might want to see. And she really elevated the whole group. And in her 4 years at UNE, she really was wonderful to have in the program. And I wish her luck on her big hike and whatever comes after.
On behalf of the faculty in the psychology program, it's my great pleasure to present the Outstanding Student in Psychology Award to Nicole Martin. We're fortunate to have many outstanding students in our program, but felt that Nicole meets the definition of outstanding in every way. She's a pleasure to have in class. She's an accomplished researcher with numerous regional and even international conference presentations and publications in the works. She's also an outstanding UNE citizen thanks to her participation in a number of activities, like being the president of the Psychi Honor Society, being one of the founding members of the Research Experience Club, and being a student tutor, just to name a few examples. Nicole has already been offered a position at Spring Harbor Hospital, an inpatient psychiatric hospital in Westbrook, Maine, where she currently works as a behavior technician on their developmental disorder unit. She also plans to continue to volunteer with the hospital's autism research group. After gaining some additional experience in the field, she plans to apply to PhD programs in the areas of school or clinical psychology. So the judge is still out on which program will be lucky enough to have her next year. I'm happy to award the Outstanding Student in Psychology Award to Nicole Martin. Congratulations, Nicole. I'm very proud of you.
Hello, my name is Dr. Zach Olson. Please join me in congratulating this year's Outstanding Student for Animal Behavior, Vienna Canwright. There's much to celebrate about Vienna. Her faculty have noted that she is talented and hardworking and brings fantastic critical thought to classroom discussions. And she's really excelled academically as an animal behavior major. Vienna has also received national recognition for her research potential. She was selected as only one of 100 national Goldwater scholars in the year 2020. And in her research, Vienna has been attempting to detect new bat hibernacula to aid in bat conservation efforts. And right now she's finishing up a manuscript describing for the first time the food habits of a threatened small mammal species called the northern bog lemming. So Vienna is clearly committed to her academics and animal conservation, and I'm excited to say that she'll be pursuing both with a research assistantship to the University of Georgia next year, where she'll be pursuing a master's of wildlife science. Congratulations, Vienna.
I am so pleased to present the winner of the Outstanding Senior Award in Neuroscience, to a student I know incredibly well. She's one of the hardest working, smartest, and most engaged students that I've ever had the pleasure to work with. She's excelled in her coursework, taking a really difficult path and just simply slaying it. In fact, she did so well that she was asked to TA the genetics course, a course which is outside of her major. She's been active in my research lab for years, contributing and leading projects like a graduate student or professional scientist would. This has led to a co-authorship on a really high-profile publication that was just accepted. She's a model university citizen. She was involved in the Neuroscience Club and as a residential advisor. I'd really, really like to congratulate Mariah Berchalski as the outstanding senior in the neuroscience major. Congratulations, Mariah. Well deserved.
Hello, I am Ken Courtney. I'm a teaching professor in political science here at UNE and also in global studies, a program which I also coordinate. Today we are celebrating our outstanding student of the year in global studies, that is Hope Dubois. I've known Hope since she was a freshman at this university. She is a multi-interested, interdisciplinary student with a Bachelor's of Arts in Global Studies, a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Studies, and a history minor. She has traveled abroad for a semester to Peru while here, did a travel course to Kenya, got through all the coursework for a trip to Iceland, which was unfortunately canceled due to the pandemic. But Hope is a careful thinker, a high-achieving academic student who has brought her multiple interests and really synthesized all of these in really complementary ways, not only in my courses, but in a number of courses that my colleagues have offered and I've had a chance to discuss with them. So we all have great hopes for Hope and expect great things from her. It's been a real privilege having her contribute to my classes. So all the best, Hope.
This year's recipient of the Women's and Gender Studies Outstanding Student Award is Heidi Fox, a medical biology major who is bound for medical school. Her work in women's and gender studies courses has been exemplary in its own right, but also in that she has used it to build a framework for understanding her medical study and future career as a physician. Drawing on courses on ancient and modern women's history, on gender and sexuality in urban environments, and on mental illness in literature, she's synthesized her undergraduate education through the insight, as she put it, that individual personal experiences are actually results of larger systems. Last fall, Heidi created a project that particularly stands out, in which she learned WordPress to create a digital edition of a slam poem by a Somali American woman responding to her diagnosis of depression. And through her well-researched introduction and sensitive close readings, Heidi began to imagine how our healthcare system can better serve refugee populations. In recognition of her commitment to excellence and her dedication to empathy, curiosity, and social justice, we are honored to give this year's award to Heidi.
In 1886, at what was then the Westbrook Seminary and Female College, student Jessica Cox Henderson challenged the gender-based restrictions on female student behavior and organized a protest against women's status as second-class citizens. In that vein, the Jessica Cox Henderson Award for Activism recognizes someone who not only studies, but then acts on the basis of that knowledge. This year's recipient, Emily Williams, demonstrates this fundamental link between knowledge and action. As a women and gender studies minor with an additional minor in education and major in psychology, Emily has repeatedly demonstrated her commitment to advancing women, the trans community, and gender nonconforming students at UNE and beyond. Emily's research in My Self and Close Relationships Lab explores the intersection between discrimination and relationship functioning amongst members of the LGBTQI community. Additionally, Emily is currently interning in the Office of Community, Equity, and Diversity, where she serves as a program coordinator, office ambassador, research assistant, and communications strategist. Emily recently organized and facilitated the Women's History event on Women in Activism, a conversation about leadership, courage, accountability, equity, and hope. Emily is the epitome of what we value in our women and gender studies students, a hard worker, a critical thinker, and someone who puts knowledge to action. We are honored to recognize Emily with the Activism Award.
The Education Department is pleased to award the Susan J. Hillman Science Award to Kristen Worth. Kristen is a double major in marine science and elementary education. This award is given to the student who demonstrates a passion for teaching and a passion for STEM, and we believe that Kristen clearly fits this description. Kristen has managed a double major in both elementary education and marine science, not an easy double major to pull off. Her EDU professors, as well as her marine professors, have observed this dedication to combining her love of science with her love of education. She maintains a high degree of academic success, especially given her rigorous coursework that she does with the two majors. She's a leader in all of her classes and an active participant in her learning, always asking questions and pushing herself and others to learn more. Kristen is a perfect example of the type of student who exemplifies Susan Hillman's passion for content, dedication to learning, and desire for excellence for herself and others. Congratulations, Kristen.
Hello, I am pleased to present this year's Deborah J. Summers Memorial Award. This award is given to a full-time professor who has inspired and motivated students to realize their full potential. This professor has been involved in many areas on campus, from being a faculty advisor, lab coordinator, a faculty representative on the promotion of diversity, equity, and inclusion on campus, and a member of the CAS COVID response team. To best describe this professor's impact on campus, I will read one of the many nominations they have received. This professor was an exemplary model of how to successfully motivate, support, and educate students in the face of a pandemic. This professor was continuously there for her students and always worked hard to make her in-person lessons as engaging and informative as time and space could allow. She fostered a class climate that was focused on both teamwork and individual responsibility for success. She made sure that her students knew she was there to support them, both academically and emotionally if needed, which was something I noticed from her above all other professors. She's without a doubt someone I look up to and more than deserving of this recognition. This year, I am proud to present the Deborah J. Summers Memorial Award to Dr. Anna Bass.
Hi, my name is Michaela Super, and I am the senior class rep, but also the Academic Affairs Committee Chair for the UNE Undergraduate Student Government. This year it is my honor to announce the Excellence in Faculty Mentoring and Advising Award for the College of Arts and Sciences. This award goes to a UNE faculty member who's the biggest ray of sunshine. Not only does she support her students inside the classroom, but she is always available outside to ensure all of her students' overall well-being. Her efforts within the classroom push her students to success, but she will also always be there for them every step of the way. I would like to personally congratulate Professor Christian Gorvin as this year's Excellence in Faculty Mentoring and Advising Award for the College of Arts and Sciences. Congrats, KG!
Hello, this is Gabrielle Sescio, parliamentarian of the UNE Undergraduate Student Government. Today, I have the pleasure of announcing this year's Excellence in Faculty Mentoring and Advising Award for WCHP. This award goes to a UNE faculty member who consistently is available, supportive, and displays a genuine interest in student success. This faculty member is known for going above and beyond for her students, not only in the classroom, but outside of the classroom as well. With that said, I would like to congratulate Professor Bethany Fournier as this year's Excellence in Faculty Mentoring and Advising Award recipient for WCHP. Congratulations.
My name is Heather Davis, and I'm the Director of Athletics here at the University of New England. I'd like to begin tonight by offering my congratulations to all of those honored through this event. And now it is my pleasure to recognize the 2021 Senior Scholar Athletes, Nicole Seneschal from women's swimming and Jake Hickey from men's cross country. Nicole is a distance freestyle specialist on our women's swimming team. She's an applied exercise science major from Ipswich, Massachusetts. A regular member of the Dean's List, Nicole has a near perfect GPA. She's been inducted into the Chi Alpha Sigma Honor Society, as well as the Alpha Chi Honor Society. In her swimming career, Nicole has qualified for the NESDA meet multiple years. This is a large regional event in which her top place finishes include a 15th place finish in the 1000 free and a 16th place finish in the 1650 free. Congratulations, Nicole. Jake Hickey is a double major in biology and health, wellness, and occupational studies from Winthrop, Maine. Jake is also a regular member on the Dean's List and a student with a near perfect GPA. He is a member of the Commonwealth Coast Academic All-Conference Team, as well as having been inducted into the Chi Alpha Sigma Honor Society and the Alpha Chi Honor Society. Both in 2018 and 2019, Jake was named the Commonwealth Coast Conference Runner of the Year. In 2019, Jake became the first ever uni cross country athlete to earn all New England honors and earn a trip to the NCAA national meet. Congratulations, Jake. Both Nicole and Jake are phenomenal representatives of what it means to be a true student athlete, and I am so pleased to be able to honor them as the 2021 Senior Scholar Athlete Award recipients. Congratulations, Jake and Nicole. Thank you.
Good evening. The Experiential Education Award recognizes students who are particularly high achievers due to the diverse ways in which they approach their learning. Characteristically independent, resourceful, and fearless, these students have forged beyond the university walls into programs and activities far beyond what is required of them to graduate. They each pursued a deep sense of knowing through direct immersion and have become accomplished learners. Research, did it. Service, aplenty. Global education, jet setters. Internships, check out their resumes. You might not notice that their degrees are not yet in hand. This year, it is an honor to recognize Caitlyn Daly. Caitlyn is a medical biology major and business administration minor preparing for an entrepreneurial dental career. Caitlyn holds certifications in radiation, health and safety, infection control, and intraoral scanning. She has complemented her full-time studies with part-time and seasonal work and has held positions as an orthodontic assistant and dental assistant. She is currently employed part-time as a UNE undergraduate admissions tour guide and, since her first year, has worked as a biomedical undergraduate research assistant in Dr. King's lab, wherein she has co-authored and presented 2 posters. Caitlyn studied a semester abroad in Morocco and while there shadowed in 2 dental offices. She further successfully completed 2 3-credit internships, neither of which was a program requirement. The first as a social media intern with UNE undergraduate admissions, and the second amid the pandemic as the events and marketing intern with Make-A-Wish Maine Foundation. Caitlyn's volunteer service and leadership efforts are extensive and include the UNE Sailing Club, Dental Club, and Day of Service. She has volunteered with Cent Percent Mamans, a shelter in Morocco for shunned children and single mothers, Catwalk and Caro 5K for brain aneurysm awareness, and Planned Parenthood Maine Action Team, where she continues to volunteer near weekly. She is also a UNE undergraduate admissions ambassador and secretary of the UNE Action Club. I'm thrilled to share that Caitlyn has been accepted to UNE's dental program and will be starting in August. For her courage to adventure into these many often intimidating ways of learning, for wanting more, afraid of no procedure, process, pile of paperwork, nor global pandemic, for enthusiastic pursuits, outstanding efforts, and overarching success, please join me in congratulating Caitlyn.
Good evening. My name is Jimmy Riley, and I'm the coordinator of the first year experience here at UNE. Tonight, I have the honor of recognizing this year's recipient of the Global Education Award. This award is given to an undergraduate student who has demonstrated an exemplary commitment to global citizenship by participating in the UNE Global Education programs. This year's recipient studied abroad on our campus in Morocco in the spring 2019 semester, and while there, volunteered at a local orphanage and at a local women's shelter. I've had the pleasure of working with this student through their role as a resident advisor for the Go Global community for 2 consecutive years. They are always willing to share their global experience with other students via various panels and events. This is all in addition to their involvement in several on-campus clubs and their commitment to academic excellence. I am proud to announce that this year's recipient of the Global Education Award is Hannah Little. Congratulations, Hannah, and thank you so much for being such a wonderful representation of our global education program. Good evening. My name is Jimmy Riley, and I'm the coordinator of the first year experience here at UNE. Tonight, I have the honor of recognizing this year's Student Leader Award recipient. This award is given to an undergraduate student who has demonstrated excellence in leadership at the university that results in positive change in the UNE community. They also maintain a balanced collegiate lifestyle and serve as a role model for others. This year's recipient is currently a student trustee, the Leader Scholar Intern, and co-chief of the UNE EMS Club. In previous years, this student has been a Leader Scholar, a resident advisor, an orientation leader, and a member of the undergraduate student government. They truly exemplify the core values of the university and serve as a role model for so many others. Without further ado, I'd like to congratulate Jacob Audette as this year's recipient of the Student Leader Award. Congratulations, Jacob. Your contributions to the UNE community are so very much appreciated. Thank you for your continuous leadership.
Hello, I am very happy to present Lara Romanovich, the Graduate Student Award for Excellence in Research. Lara had already shown herself to be a competent and mature researcher before arriving at UNE to pursue her master's degree. From research done as an undergraduate, she has accumulated enough data to be able to submit manuscripts and to present at conferences. Her research here entails a critical topic to the coral world, and that is the topic of survival after bleaching, but she uses as her study animal another cnidarian, Aiptasia. Exercising her innovation skills, she has been building probes to the makerspace that are sensitive enough to catch changes in illumination and heat, and then exposing the Aiptasia to incremental changes in these parameters to detect the exact moment that bleaching occurs. It is that moment at which she wants to describe changes within the tissue of the Aiptasia and describe what has changed. In doing her research, Lara has had to navigate an area in which either the probes she needs are too exorbitantly expensive or not sensitive enough. She has also had to learn how to test for certain changes that are wrapped up in a complex synergism of many different physical changes and how to isolate these from each other. In doing so, Lara has entered a research landscape populated by many experienced and well-equipped groups, and yet has diligently worked towards finding novel results. Graduate students are always tasked to perform novel research to add to the collective knowledge of their area. Lara is well on her way to doing this, but it is also her other characteristics that make her worthy of recognition. Lara is a master problem solver and has achieved a lot of progress given that she has had the misfortune to be doing her graduate research in a time of pandemic and forced isolation. She is also generous with her time, willing to help whenever asked. These two characteristics are the ones that will serve her the most good as she navigates the competitive and rigorous world of research. So she is well deserving, and I am proud to be be a part of her being recognized.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Peggy Fryer, and I teach in the School of Biological Sciences. My colleague, Kelly Penoyer, and I are pleased to present the Graduate Student Award for Excellence in Teaching. This year's award goes to Ariella Danziger.
Ariella holds a BS in Marine Science and a BA in Elementary Education from UNE. She is about to graduate with an MS in Marine Science.
Ariella taught Bio 104 labs, part of the non-majors course, for 2 years. As a member of our team, she went above and beyond the role of a graduate TA. Ariella took part in creating online labs when in-person teaching was suspended. She made intellectual contributions to our lab manual. She has developed activities and assignments to increase student learning and participation. She's well liked by her students for her kind yet firm manner. Ariella has shown strong leadership and mentorship for both the undergraduate and new graduate teaching assistants in our labs. She is a valuable member of our team, and we will miss her. We are so proud of you, Ariella, and we wish you a bright future.
What can you say about the winner of the Undergraduate Research and Scholarship Award for Natural Sciences that hasn't already been said about her tonight by me? This is obviously her night. But really, with as much talent, hard work, and humor as she exhibits, every night is probably her night. I have no doubt as to her future success. In terms of her research prowess, she developed her own hypothesis. Not only did I not come up with her idea, but I actually didn't think it would work. She then set out to test it. This required a huge amount of effort to run a really complicated set of experiments. They involved actual brain surgery and sensitive behavioral testing. Of course, in the end, not only were her data clear, but it was clear that she was right and I was wrong. These data have recently been accepted for publication as part of a manuscript from our lab. And in science, it simply doesn't get any better than that. So congratulations again to Mariah Berchelski on winning the Undergraduate Research and Scholarship Award for the Natural Sciences. Yay!
It isn't often that a student capstone project in the humanities changes the way that a professor thinks about the world around them and alters the way that a professor teaches. And yet that's exactly what J. Maxwell Russell's senior capstone project, 3 Centuries of Change in Maine's Forested Landscape, 1650 to 1950, does. The paper utilizes geographic theory to interpret a range of primary and secondary sources, generating an incredibly engaging and entertaining narrative in the process. Not only did it change the way that I look at the woods, but it inspired me to develop an entirely new assignment that I've shaped one of my courses in environmental history around. And that doesn't happen very often, so it's really a gift that Max has given me. Max is just an incredibly deserving winner of the 2021 Undergraduate Research and Scholarship Award for the Humanities. Congratulations, Max. Good luck, and please keep in touch.
The Sophomore Academic Excellence Award is being presented to a student that not only displays academic excellence himself, but promotes and encourages this academic excellence in others. This student uses their role as both a sassy tutor and a residential advisor to promote the success of others and help them to learn and develop skills to also be academically excellent. This award is presented to Marcus Costa.
It is my distinct pleasure to present the Junior Academic Excellence Award to Emily Williams. Emily is a psychology major with minors in education and women's and gender studies. And faculty from all three of these programs join me in singing her praises. Emily is a passionate learner who challenges herself to stretch academically. Her ability to apply transdisciplinary knowledge from her diverse fields and to connect the dots between her courses leads her to new discoveries and the creation of new knowledge. It's this intellectual flexibility and curiosity that sets her apart from other students. As a researcher in Dr. Julie Peterson's lab, Emily's ability to engage the scientific methods of psychology is outstanding. Faculty unanimously agree. Although, Emily, you are receiving this award, it is we who are the fortunate ones to work with and mentor such an aspiring and talented young woman. Congratulations, Emily.
It is a real pleasure for me to award the 2021 College of Arts and Sciences Dean's Leadership Award to Kayla Sarri. Congratulations, Kayla. I first got to know Kayla when she became a member of the Slackers. The Slackers are the Student Leadership Advisory Council, a group I put together to allow me to get to know the students, but more importantly, to give the students a chance to get to know me in my role as dean. And among a great group of students, Kayla emerged as truly one of the best. She was a leader, she was vocal, and she helped me to better understand the student experience here in CAS at UNE. In addition to that, Kayla is the president of the Chemistry Club, where she's been very involved in increasing student participation. She also is a research assistant for the Dubois lab, and her work there has led her to be first author on a paper that she'll be presenting at an upcoming meeting of the American Chemical Society. She also is a teaching assistant for organic chemistry, and for all of these activities, she was presented with an award from the chemistry department in 2020 for her outstanding service. And on top of that, if that wasn't enough, she also has been a leader in the gymnastics club. So for all of this wonderful work, for her leadership, and for her impact on me and my role as dean of the college, it is once again a great pleasure for me to award Kayla the 2021 College of Arts and Sciences Dean's Leadership Award. Congratulations, Kayla.
Since her arrival on the UNE campus in fall 2017, Nicole Martin has been nothing short of exceptional in the classroom, research arena, and the UNE and greater community. Nicole has been working in my reading comprehension and cognition lab since her first semester at UNE, and during that time, she's achieved a long list of accomplishments. She's presented at numerous regional conferences and more recently presented work at 2 international conferences, one of which was the Psychonomic Society Conference, which is one of the most prestigious conferences in the cognitive psychology world. She's also serving as co-author on 2 publications that are currently underway. She's also received numerous other accolades, including a Psychi Honor Society Award and the Outstanding Undergraduate Researcher Award, just to name a few examples. Nicole's performance in the lab has been matched by her outstanding contributions in the classroom. Her academic record is exceptional, and it's also noteworthy that Nicole has maintained this high GPA while not only majoring in psychology, but also minoring in neuroscience and special education while also holding several leadership positions in clubs. In recognition of her hard work and outstanding record of accomplishments, I'm very proud to award the Jack Down Award for Academic Excellence to Nicole Martin. My heartfelt congratulations to you, Nicole.